When you think of Omaha, Nebraska, what comes to mind? Cornfields, cows, nothing to do? Well, I'm here to tell you everything you think you know about Omaha is probably wrong. In this video, I'm busting the 10 biggest myths about living in Omaha, and trust me, you'll be surprised by what's actually true. Now, let's start with the biggest misconception. Omaha is just nothing but cornfields and cows. Omaha, Nebraska is located in the eastern part of the state of Nebraska. Omaha is located in Douglas County, and Omaha is the largest city in the state of Nebraska. The capital of Nebraska is Lincoln, and is about 50 miles southwest of Omaha. The state of Nebraska is an ag-based state, and from 1955 to 1971, the Union Stockyards in South Omaha was the nation's largest livestock market. Today, the Omaha Metro has a population of just over 1 million people and is the 40th most populous city in the country. Today, Omaha has a very diverse and stable economy. We have jobs in finance, insurance, transportation, telecommunications, education, healthcare, food processing, and technology. Omaha is home to 4 Fortune 500 companies: Berkshire Hathaway, Union Pacific, Kiewit Corporation, and Mutual of Omaha. Omaha is a growing and thriving community. In fact, we are currently in the process of adding to our skyline. Mutual of Omaha is currently building a new 44-story skyscraper at 14th and Douglas in downtown Omaha, which will be the tallest building in the state when it is completed in 2026. According to Forbes.com, Omaha was ranked as the best overall city to move to in 2024. Omaha is known as a great place to raise a family. We have a quality education system, great access to healthcare, and an overall great quality of life. Omaha is a little bit of a sleeper city. We don't get a lot of press, and many people like it that way. Many people are pleasantly surprised by all of the great things Omaha has to offer. Omaha is a flat, boring landscape. Now, if you travel I-80, you might have that perception. However, eastern Nebraska, including Omaha, has rolling hills. You might be surprised to learn that Omaha was once so hilly that in the 1920s, the city had a massive project to reduce the slope of those hills in order for the city to expand westward. And you can actually see the results of this if you visit St. Mary Magdalene Church near 19th and Dodge Street. If you look at an old photo of the church from 1908, the main entrance is at ground level. After the project, that main entrance is now part of the fire escape. Now, if you're relocating, a few things to consider. If you have a rear-wheel drive vehicle, during winter, this can present a challenge, especially on some of the side streets within a subdivision. Is it necessary to have a 4-wheel drive car? Not necessarily. A front-wheel drive car will do okay. Overall, the city does a pretty good job of pre-treating the main streets with a brine solution and plowing the main streets. Now, on the downside, that brine solution is tough on the cars and the pavement. We do get a lot of potholes, and you might want to invest in a car wash membership. Just north of Omaha, we have Ponca Hills. This is a beautiful, rolling, hilly terrain. South of Omaha in Bellevue, you have areas like Fontenelle Forest. Again, beautiful rolling hills with wooded areas. Do we have areas that are flat? Absolutely. Now, if you ever get the opportunity, one of the hidden gems within the state is taking a canoe trip down the Niobrara River near Valentine, Nebraska. This part of the state is so beautiful. There's waterfalls. It's really worth it. Even as a lifelong Nebraskan, I was blown away at how beautiful the landscape is around this part of the state. From Omaha, it's about a 5-hour drive. It's well worth it. One of the things I think as a state we do a very poor job of is promoting our state. Now, a few years ago, our state tourism motto was Nebraska, it's not for everyone. Now, maybe that's on purpose. We have a great thing and we want to keep it to ourselves. Omaha is boring and there's nothing to do. Omaha is not the Omaha of 40 years ago. Omaha and the surrounding communities offer plenty of things to do. We have a great food scene. It might be a little bit too good of a food scene if I look at the scale. Live music, museums, and an award-winning zoo. For starters, we have a thriving art scene. We have the newly remodeled Joslyn Art Museum. The Joslyn is the largest art museum in the state and has over 12,000 objects and more than 5,000 years of human creativity. This is a free museum and has recently undergone a $100 million expansion. Joslyn is located at 2200 Dodge Street. If you're new to Omaha, Dodge Street is our main street. It separates North and South Omaha. When you drive Dodge, be careful. We have the infamous suicide lane. The center lane is eastbound in the morning and westbound in the afternoon. You better pay attention to the signals above the road. Just south of the Old Market is the Durham Museum. The Durham is the former home to Union Station. This was the major train hub and is a beautiful Art Deco building built in 1931. It showcases Omaha's history, regional culture, and the impact of the railroad on the Midwest. Next, we have the Old Market District. The Old Market is one of Omaha's most vibrant and historic neighborhoods, known for its brick-paved streets, preserved 19th century warehouses, and lively atmosphere. It's a hub for dining, shopping, arts, and entertainment, attracting both locals and visitors. Just north of the Old Market area, we have the Gene Leahy Mall and Riverfront Park. This has become Omaha's premier outdoor gathering space. The Gene Leahy Mall was originally built in the 1970s, and in 2022, it underwent a complete revitalization. There are walking trails, lush green lawns, an interactive water feature, playground equipment, including the iconic giant slides. Now, to be honest, I think they slowed down the slides somehow. Back in the day, they were slightly dangerous, but they've seemed to slow down a bit. The riverfront includes the Lewis and Clark Landing and Heartland of America Park. The Heartland of America Park has a pier which overlooks the Missouri River, the famous fountains, and a skate ribbon. Lewis and Clark Landing has a new boardwalk along the Missouri River, more playground equipment, and a new urban beach. Downtown Omaha has become much more walkable, so bring a good pair of walking shoes. We also have the Bob Carey pedestrian bridge, and we also have the new Baby Bob Bridge. The Baby Bob connects the Bob Carey Bridge to the CHI Health Convention Center and Charles Schwab Field. We have the Holland Performing Arts Center and the new Steel House, which opened in May of 2023. The Steel House hosts mid-sized concerts and events to Omaha's growing entertainment scene. Another museum is Omaha's Luminarium. The Luminarium is a hands-on science and technology museum which opened in 2023. It features interactive exhibits designed to inspire curiosity in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math for visitors of all ages. We also have the Lorenzen Gardens Botanical Center with 100 acres of lush landscapes, themed gardens, and walking trails. Just south of Lorenzen Gardens, we have Omaha's signature attraction, the world-famous Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium. It features the world's largest indoor desert, a massive indoor rainforest, an aquarium with a 70-foot shark tunnel. If you have time, the zoo should be at the top of your list of places to visit. If you're a local, almost everyone buys a yearly zoo pass. In Bellevue, we have Fontenelle Forest, and in 2027, Bellevue is opening a new destination water park. Construction of the park is scheduled to begin in 2025, and this will include water slides, wave pools, and a lazy river. This 100,000 square foot facility will also feature a retractable roof to ensure a comfortable environment all year long. Long story short, Omaha has plenty of things to do. The cost of living is dirt cheap. Omaha is affordable compared to coastal cities. However, we may not be as affordable as people think. According to rentcafe.com, the cost of living in Omaha is 7% lower than the national average, but 2% higher than the state average. One advantage to the Omaha market is that we are a builder-friendly market. In fact, I just helped someone relocating to Omaha into a brand new 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage on a 1/4-acre lot for just over $300,000. One disadvantage of living in Omaha is the cost of insurance and property taxes. Why is this the case? Now, Omaha has frequent thunderstorm activity in the spring and summer months. These storms bring high winds, flash flooding, hail, and tornadoes. The problem is with hail damage to roofs. In some circumstances, your roof may be uninsurable. Be sure to calculate for higher than average homeowners insurance. We have a state income tax, high property taxes, high homeowners insurance rates, and when you license your car, you're going to get dinged for a whole host of taxes and fees. Nebraska is a red state, but you might feel like you're being taxed in a blue state. Overall, even though our taxes are higher than average, I think the higher quality of life is worth the trade-off. Omaha is unsafe. Omaha, like any other mid-sized city, is going to have crime. In fact, when you look up the stats on crime in Omaha, it might appear higher than what you would expect. Some of it will depend on your perspective. If you're moving from a smaller town in western Nebraska, is Omaha going to have more crime? Yes. If you're moving from a larger metropolitan area, Omaha is going to seem much safer. If you're moving to Omaha, you need to do your research. I would suggest making a visit, spend a day driving to various parts of the city, including the suburbs. One of the benefits of moving to Omaha is going to be the commute time. The average commute time is just over 20 minutes. If you're moving from a larger metro area, 20 miles in Omaha is not like 20 miles in LA. The traffic flow in Omaha is much better compared to larger cities. That means you can live in many of the surrounding communities around the Omaha area. Don't just limit yourself to Omaha. Look at the other cities like Bellevue, Papillion, La Vista, Gretna, and Bennington. Inside of Omaha, we have a variety of different neighborhoods. There's North and South Omaha, Midtown, Benson, Dundee, and Exarban, just to name a few. Omaha's real estate market is driven by the school district. People in Omaha make real estate decisions based on the school district. Nebraska does have a thing called open enrollment, which means you can opt in to another district. But just because we have open enrollment doesn't mean your application will get accepted. If public schools are not your preferred choice, we have a variety of different private school options. If you're looking to relocate to Omaha, it's okay to rent for the first few months. Get your bearings, find out where you like to hang out, what you like to do, and then make your decision. There are many great communities inside the city of Omaha, such as Dundee, Exarban, Benson, the Old Market, and Country Club. If you're relocating to Omaha, and if you need any assistance, my contact information is in the description below. Do we have a large homeless population? Omaha's homeless population is growing, but it's nowhere near the amount of homelessness you see in other markets. The question I get all the time from people moving to Omaha is that they want to know what areas are safe. Safe is relative. As a licensed real estate professional, I'm bound by the Realtor Code of Ethics and the Fair Housing Act. There is a thing called steering. Steering is an illegal real estate practice where agents guide buyers and renters toward or away from certain neighborhoods based on race, ethnicity, religion, or other protected characteristics. Steering reinforces segregation and limits choices for buyers. It's a violation of the Fair Housing Act. It's up to you to decide where you want to live. Your agent can't tell you where to live. You get to choose. Again, if you're moving to Omaha, I would suggest making a visit, spend a day driving the city, exploring the different neighborhoods and suburbs. The nice thing about Omaha is that it's easy to navigate. Now, keep an open mind. Find out what part of the city is best for you and your family. The weather is always miserable. The weather is not always miserable. Is our weather unpredictable? Absolutely. Over time, you're going to get used to it. Yes, winters can be cold. Here's the deal about the weather in Omaha. If you don't like the weather, wait 24 hours and it'll change. For example, we didn't get any real snow this year until the middle of February. Then, a few weeks later, in the first part of March. We had a blizzard warning on Tuesday, then weather in the 60s 4 days later. Needless to say, Omaha has all 4 seasons. Sometimes we have all 4 seasons in a week. Fall can be beautiful with the change of colors. Speaking of fall, if you visit Omaha in September or October, be sure to visit Vala's Pumpkin Patch. It's kind of the mother of all pumpkin patches. Vala's is located in Gretna. It's a little bit pricey, but it's well worth it. There's a lot of fun stuff to do at Vala's. Winter can be cold and everything is brown, and that can be really depressing. Spring can be nice. We do get thunderstorm activity in spring and summer months. Thunderstorms can bring high winds, flash flooding, hail, and tornadoes. We can get some crazy flooding in Nebraska. In 2019, some of those floods made national news. If you're buying a home, make sure you're not located in a floodplain. One of the ways the state has tried to help control flooding is with the dam site lakes around the city. These lakes offer fishing, walking trails around the lake, playground equipment, and picnic areas. Summers can be hot and humid. We also get lots of wind. Now let's take a moment and talk about tornadoes. Do we get tornadoes? Yes. In April of 2024, we had an EF4 tornado that hit parts of Bennington, Elkhorn, and Blair. We do have a good warning system for tornado activity. You can get alert on your phone, and we do have tornado sirens. You'll find that almost all homes in Nebraska have basements. Also, the other weird thing about tornadoes is that you can have a house ripped off the foundation, and then a block away, there'll be no damage. Another result of our climate in Nebraska is that we have higher than average homeowners insurance rates. The main culprit is going to be hail damage to roofs. What about the Omadome? Now, what exactly is the Omadome? The Omadome is a fictional dome that is supposed to keep all the bad weather out of Omaha. The Omadome has its own Facebook page, and you'll hear locals talk about the Omadome if bad weather is in the forecast. Everyone here is a die-hard Huskers fan. Now, college football is big, but not everybody bleeds Husker red. Believe it or not, we even have some Iowa Hawkeye fans in Omaha. I don't get it. Not everybody in Nebraska is a Husker fan, but they should be. Nebraska is home to the University of Nebraska at Lincoln, home of the Cornhuskers. People from Nebraska plan their fall schedule around the football team. In fact, on game day, Memorial Stadium in Lincoln becomes Nebraska's third largest city with 85,000 plus in attendance. And we also have a record sellout streak of 403 games going back to 1962. Besides football, Nebraska is a big volleyball state. In 2023, we set a world record for attendance at a women's sporting events with 92,003 fans who watched the Nebraska Cornhuskers play the University of Nebraska at Omaha, the UNO Mavericks, in volleyball. Speaking of volleyball, Omaha currently has 2 professional volleyball teams. We have the Omaha Supernovas, who play out of the CHI Health Convention Center in downtown Omaha. Omaha also has a League One volleyball team that plays at the Baxter Arena in the Exarban area. Baxter Arena is also home to the UNO Mavericks hockey team. Omaha is also home to the Creighton Blue Jays basketball team that plays downtown at the CHI Health Convention Center. Omaha's signature event is the NCAA Men's College World Series held every June at the Charles Schwab Field in downtown Omaha. This is our big signature event. And if you're a fan of baseball, Omaha is also home to the Omaha Storm Chasers, who are the AAA affiliate of the Kansas City Royals. The Storm Chasers play at Warner Park in Papillion.